Thanks for coming in today, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? I know it's been a little bit since I streamed. My streaming's been very inconsistent lately. I do apologize for that, but we're here tonight. We're going to do a flight in the HondaJet. We're going to go from Chicago Midway to Pittsburgh International. This is a flight that I used to do quite a bit when I worked that charter gig. We used to fly some people from Midway, between Midway and Pitt quite a bit. So this is a route that I had done quite a few times while I was working that charter gig just not that long ago. I already got an ACARS message, it looks like, with a PDC, since everyone's just starting to get online here for the event out of Chicago, which is great. That's exactly what we love to see. So we'll work on that PDC here in just a second. You guys can see it right here is where we got the PDC from. We are HondaJet. We are November 124 Mike Charlie. We're going to Pittsburgh. The route is good. The altitude, flight level 330, squawk 3241. Climb and maintain 3000 on the Midway 7 departure. All that fun stuff is in there. So that's what we're going to do. We'll contact frequency 118.075 when ready to push. Although we'll call it when we're ready to taxi, since we are at the General Aviation ramp. That would be Atlantic Aviation. So again, this is a flight that I did quite a few times in real life when I was working that charter job in the beach jet. We'll do it tonight in the HondaJet. And once we get to Pittsburgh, we'll see. If I have some energy left, we'll do another flight out of Pittsburgh, maybe to somewhere else that's got some ATC going. So that's the plan for now. And let's go ahead and turn the airplane on. And I'm going to kind of cheatsy doodle my way here. We're going to just go ahead and get the engine started so we don't have to worry about the battery or anything like that. We're first going to have to initialize the airplane, though. So let me go ahead and... it's been a while since I've flown this thing. How do I got to remember how to initialize. Initialization. There we go. Haven't flown the HondaJet in a while. So we get it initialized, and then we'll get it fired up, and then we'll work through our PDC, make sure we get everything going, and then we'll get started on our flight. Alright, so that's done. Weight and balance, we're just going to sync all of it from the sim. That's good. And then the speed bugs we'll just get from the sim, and we'll turn them all on. And then we'll accept initialization. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nothing really that difficult about that. Alright, so we want... I want this full screen. I don't want it split. Alright. No FMS position. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, it just took a second. Alright, so we're going to get this airplane started up. Like I said, we're just going to do easy peasy lemon squeezy here. Just get it started. That way we don't have to worry about draining the battery. Got plenty of fuel on board. We'll refuel at Pittsburgh if we have to, if we're going to do another leg or not. Start the second engine here. Alright, again, we do have a PDC, so I'm going to work through that. I'm going to do .com both. COM1 is going to be ground, which is on 118.075, 118.075. .com2 is going to be on guard, 121.5. Alright, so we got our clearance all there ready to go. Let's go ahead and, now that the airplane is fired, make sure everything's on and normal. This plane's pretty easy. It's almost easier than the Airbus. Alright, so we now have a squawk code of 3241. So let me put that in there before I forget it. 3241. Boom. And we're squawking mode C. Very good. Alright. We're cleared up to 3,000 as initial, so we'll set 3,000 as the initial altitude. It's the Midway 7 departure, which I believe is probably just a runway heading. But we'll take a look at the chart here real quick. Just make sure we got it going here. It's going to be tower assigned, it looks like. Climb on assigned heading. Yep, radar vectors. Okay, so it will be a heading. That's pretty straightforward. So we'll go ahead and turn the flight directors on. Heading, it's going to be, we'll start with vertical speed. We'll go to flight level change when the time comes. So that's going to be 1,500 feet. It's probably a good starting point for the vertical speed. Worry about the heading again when we get that assigned from the tower, because we didn't get a heading assigned from this. We also have to make sure jets maintain 250 knots until advised. That's a critical part that we got in the PDC there. It also says all turbojets departures in all directions accelerate 250 knots immediately upon entering or outside the lateral confines of the Chicago O'Hare Class Bravo airspace, then maintain 250 knots until advised by ATC. So we will do that. We will climb out at 250 knots here in the HondaJet to make sure that we comply with that restriction that is given on the clearance and on the chart as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the flight plan in then. So we're starting out here at KMDW. And I have a lot of waypoints I need to type in for this flight plan, which is a little annoying, but that's kind of is what it is. We're going to KPIT. Start with the procedures, departure. We'll look at the ATIS here at Midway. They are landing and departing. Looks like 3-1 center. Looks like it's runway 31 center and 31 left. The 31 right doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of it. They decommissioned it. It's basically a taxiway now. So it's going to either be 31 center or 31 right. They don't see a departing runway. I just see the approach runways. Is there 2 ATISes maybe? No, I don't see 2 ATISes. Okay, so we're just going to assume 31 center. If it gives us 31 left, that's fine. It's not going to really make any difference anyway. And again, it doesn't even pull up the departure anyway, so it really doesn't matter because it's just runway heading. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, go right into loading up the waypoints here, which starts with Luke, L-E-W-K-E, then G-I-J, which is Great Lakes, or Gipper, excuse me, I should say. We'll go to O10. No, that's Q. O10s. Anua. Dreyer. Delta Julia Bravo. And then Grivy. And then that will take us into the Jersey arrival into Pittsburgh. So we're going to go Jersey 5, Grivy. We're going to ask, Pittsburgh is landing 3-2. Since we're going to park in Atlantic, we're going to ask for runway 3-2. We're going to load that. We're also going to then load in the procedure for the ILS runway 3-2 as well. So that's going to be the whole kit and caboodle right there in terms of the flight plan. So that's all in there, which is good. There are some altitudes on the arrival I do want to look at. Cut at 10 is in there. Perfect. That's actually the only altitude I think that's on the chart. Yeah, cut at 10. Perfect. So that's all we need. So that's all in there, which means the flight plan part is good to go. And yeah, that's pretty much what we needed to do to get this airplane ready. It's pretty simple, straightforward. So at this point, we're pretty much almost ready to go in terms of getting taxi and all that. So what in the actual fuck is going on in here? Thanks for coming in today, Boozy. We are flying a HondaJet. Thanks for coming in today, Kenny Monster. I appreciate you. We're gonna have to get you your customary sub. Let me go ahead and get that taken care of. Who else we got? EVV Colt 71. I know I have seen you in other chats. Still, thanks for stopping in. Indian Tower says hello. Oh, so you're trolling Indian Tower. Yeah, you'll see me in, Boozy Sheep and Melvin Leroy and Slant Alpha Adventure. I'm all over. I follow a lot of different flight sim streamers There's a lot of really good ones out there. I follow quite a few of them, and so you probably see me in one or another channel from there. So happy to have you here. And Pat Dog, thanks for coming in today as well. Good to see everybody. I'm going to put this right out there in the open from the start here. So some of you may not know that this is the first time I'm streaming since, unfortunately, my dog Delilah passed away. She was 13. She passed away on, I don't even remember what day it is. It's just been a tough week. But it was Wednesday this week. And in honor of Delilah, I set up a GoFundMe to donate to the Sullivan County SPCA. That's the pretty much the pet adoption center that we got her from 13 years ago. And so if you have a few beans to spend, don't donate to me, don't give me bits. Donate to the Sullivan County SPCA, so that way there are other families that can have the opportunity to adopt pets, just like we had done with Delilah 13 years ago. And unfortunately, she's not with us anymore, and it's been a tough week. I will not lie. I am kind of glad that I did not get called into work this weekend. It was nice that I didn't get called in for my 3-day blocker reserve. Kind of definitely helped me a little bit, mentally dealing with this. But I appreciate, anything if you guys are willing to give, I appreciate it. I know Boozy Sheep has already contributed. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, Toby. I really do. Yeah, it's just been tough. So, again, don't give bits, don't subscribe, don't donate to me. Just donate to the Sullivan County SPCA. That's what I'm asking for. And then Boozy Sheep go ahead and gives me bits anyway, even though I after everything I just said. Thank you for the 500 bits, Boozy Sheep. I appreciate it. You did already donate to the cause, so I guess that's fair. Anyways, I want to throw that out there. That's going to kind of go in and out of the chat from time to time. I'm trying to raise at least $1,000. I think I'm up to $900 already, just because I've shared it in the Virtue Safe Flying Club Discord and also the MYA or TCC Discord. So it has gotten some initial, it has gotten started, as it were. But I'm $100 away from my goal. But if we can get above that, it's even better, like I said. But I'm going to try not to talk about that too much, because it kind of breaks my heart thinking about it again. So I'll leave it at that. Anyone else that comes into the stream, they can just look at the message that's going to pop up periodically. Maybe I'll mention it one more time at the end of the stream if I'm feeling up to it. But we should probably get this show on the road here, huh? Looks like we've got all the ATC online. We've got our PDC. The airplane's ready to go. I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead, and we're already tuned to Midway ground. Let me get the taxiway diagram up. I guess real quick, this is the page. That's I took that picture of Delilah, I think, 3 weeks ago. She degraded a lot more significantly after that picture, unfortunately, and that's the most recent nice picture that I have of her. So just in case you guys were curious, if you didn't know Delilah. Yeah, 900 raised, and we're trying to get to at least 1,000. It just, for me, it just seemed like the right thing to do. We got 13 years of great life from her, and it's the Sullivan County SPCA obviously being nonprofit, just like any other SPCA, and the true story is, when my family got Delilah originally, I didn't really even want her. We had a dog before her by the name of Sammy. I was 16 years old when that dog passed, and I wasn't, I didn't really want another dog at the time when the family got Delilah. So I actually didn't want her initially, but obviously my mind changed pretty significantly over time, as you guys well know. And now she is immortalized as as my heart emote right there. That's her face. So she will always be a part of me for the rest of my life. That's just the way that it is. All right, we got to focus up. I got to focus up here. We're going to get started with the flying. I'm going to be coming out of Atlantic Aviation here at Midway, and we're going to be going to Atlantic Aviation in Pittsburgh as well. So let's go ahead and release the parking brake, and I'm going to make a call to ground. We have ATIS information India. Midway ground, good evening. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie. We're at Atlantic, ready to taxi with India.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, Midway ground. Information Juliet's currently Midway altimeter 3048, runway 31 center, taxi via Yankee, Kilo, Foxtrot.
Alright, we'll pick up Juliet. I'm showing India for the Midway ATIS, just FYI when I'm picking it up, but we'll go 31 center via Yankee, Kilo, and Foxtrot for HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. So it's going to be just a right turn here and then an immediate right turn onto Kilo, which is right here. And then it'll be the next right turn on Foxtrot. That'll take us to 31 center all the way around. 31 right no longer, 31 right, 13 left no longer exists at Chicago Midway. They've decommissioned it. It's actually now Taxiway Hotel. So that is a big change from when I used to fly in there, when it used to be left, center, and right. Don't know why they decided to make that swap, but I don't know that I care because I don't think I'm going to be flying in Chicago Midway anytime soon. My current company does not fly into Chicago Midway. Pretty quick taxi. We'll talk to the tower here in a second. We're going to be all ready to go here once we do get to the end of the runway. The trim is set for takeoff. We do need takeoff flaps. So let me make sure to set those before I forget. That would have been kind of awkward. There's not much else really that needs to be done, particularly with the setup of this airplane. It's pretty simple stuff. We got to go all the way around to 36 center. So Foxtrot keeps going out and around this way to 31 center. Not 36 center, 31 center. Over to Midway Tower for HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today. Again, I'm going to change my frequencies. The cheats you do to way off screen on vPilot. That's just kind of the way I do it, chat. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little bit lazy when I fly in the sim because I obviously do flying as a real job, and sometimes I have the desire to just be a little bit lazy when I'm doing the stuff in the sim and hang out with you guys. MacFlyV, thank you for coming in today. It makes more of a difference, funny enough, with the flaps. Ah, good to know. To know. And Midway Tower, good evening. This is HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie. We are ready to go 31 center. Hopefully I have the right frequency, 135.2.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, Midway Tower, wind 27010, turn right heading 100, runway 31 center, clear for takeoff.
I will make a right turn heading a 100, 31 center, clear for takeoff. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie. Big right turn, big sweeping right turn out.
Congrats for being the first one today.
Oh, thanks for coming in today. I wonder if I get a prize for being the first one out, chat. Also, the runways at Chicago Midway are not... Someone needs to make a good Chicago Midway scenery. Anyways, we are out of here. I don't understand. Takeoff config is set, plane. Or I guess maybe I wasn't all the way in with the trim. Maybe you need a little more trim. Anyways, we're here. We're squirrely. We're V1 rotate. And it's not going to rotate because I realize I have my joystick still plugged in. There we go. All is well that ends well. Positive rate, gear up. We'll make the right turn, heading 100. I'll go ahead and get the autopilot yaw damper on.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, contact departure. See ya.
Over to departure for my Charlie. Thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
Alright, so departure is... definitely on the chart. So probably should look at the chart. Because I don't remember seeing a departure frequency in the clearance. No, it is 128.2. And we'll go ahead and get the auto throttle set. Departure, good evening. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie 3000 on a heading of 100.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, Chicago departure, radar contact.
We'll go ahead and speed up to 250 knots like we're supposed to. I'm definitely not flying this airplane appropriately so far to start, but we'll get there. There we go. So we'll maintain 3000 on this heading. We got radar contact. Everything is where it needs to be. Also, I forgot to put the flaps up, so I'm just all sorts of not flying this airplane correctly. It's been a while since I've flown the HondaJet, and I forgot I had my joystick plugged in, which does affect the ability to fly with the yoke. I don't know why, but that definitely kind of threw me off from the jump there. But all is well that ends well. We're covered. We're good. We're good. As it would say in Boozy Sheepstream, we're still good.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, thanks for asking. Clear direct to Lukey, climb and maintain 15,000.
Alright, direct to Lukey and 15,000 for HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Yes, there's no way I can match the accent in your voice, Boozy. Not even gonna try. Alright, we're direct to Lukey, up to 15,000. We're on our way to Pittsburgh International. Again, this is a flight that I had done quite a few times, back and forth between Pittsburgh and Chicago Midway, back when I used to fly the beach jet for the charter company out of Pittsburgh.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, contact Chicago Center 134.87, have a good night.
3487 for Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today. 134.87. Chicago Center, good evening. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie 7200, climbing 15,000.
November 124 Mike Charlie, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 330, resume normal speed.
330 and normal speed, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. We'll keep the 250 climb up to 330.
MacFly underscore
Roller 524, Chicago Center, roger.
MacFly, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate you doing that. I really appreciate the support to the channel. Again, though, I would still rather, instead of subscriptions or donations or bits, I would rather the donations to the SPCA in the name of Delilah. But thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I guess at least this way you can watch me without having to deal with ads, so I guess there is some benefit to doing the subscription, I suppose. We're on our way in the old HondaJet. Just wave goodbye to Chicago. You can see Midway and O'Hare just barely out there in the distance, and you know, the coastline obviously as we fly over one of the many Great Lakes. This would be Lake Michigan that we're flying over. And yes, I just
1537, contact Chicago Center 126.8.
I just had to very quickly look that up because I couldn't remember which lake it was, and I feel stupid now because it's obviously Lake Michigan. I could also do that, Kenny Monster. You're not wrong. I did already donate $100 to the SPCA as well, but I understand what you're saying.
1344, 12.5, climbing 15,000.
United 1344, Chicago Center, climb and maintain, audible 310.
You ain't wrong, and I probably will do that, Kenny Monster. I probably will. I'll probably take Boozy Shoop's 500 bits as well and do the same thing.
And Center Delta 411 requesting lower.
Delta 411.
Not much to see at night over the lake. Pretty dark.
3045.
You can obviously see all the
1000
coastline behind us, but if we're looking out the left wing,
not
going to see much. Out the right wing, you can see,
Southbound altimeter 3045.
you know, a little bit more going towards like Gary, and then you know, South Bend we're going to pass is going to be off our right wing at some point.
Chicago Center, roger.
And then we'll get up towards like where Cleveland and all up there, and then back on down to Pittsburgh. Light Dasher 360, thanks for coming in today. HondaJet is the cutest plane. It is.
Chicago Center United 486.
If I was to ever hit
United 486,
one of those really big Mega Million jackpots, or like one of those big Mega Million power jackpots, like one of the ones that go up to like the 900 million, 1 billion, whatever. I would go and get a single pilot certified and buy a HondaJet, and then I would have to go and bribe the guy that actually owns the November 124 Mike Charlie call sign at the same time. But that's no, we've talked about it. We've had this conversation, Snowskier. I would go for the HondaJet. Absolutely, wouldn't even think twice, and that would be the single pilot jet that I would go for.
Driller 524, cross Poogie, add and maintain, audible 240.
It's never going to happen because I'm never going to hit one of those Powerball Mega Millions, chat. But, you know, if it ever did, you know, not only, like I said, not only would I have to buy the HondaJet, but then I would have to go. There's a gentleman down somewhere in Texas that has the registration November 124 Mike Charlie on a decathlon that I would have to bribe to get that registration to then be able to put on a HondaJet. So there's a lot of factors involved, and none of it's ever going to happen. It's all delusions of grandeur. So. Yes. So it's all delusions of grandeur, chat, but, you know, if I was to pick a single pilot type aircraft to own on my own, it would be a HondaJet. Oh, I play when it's the bigger numbers, like 700 million and above. Luck has not been on my side yet, as you can tell. So, otherwise I would already own a HondaJet. And if I did own a HondaJet, I would come and fly and hang out with all you guys from time to time. Have you go sit in the right seat of said HondaJet with me. Touch all the buttons and things, you know. But, again. And that's the thing. I feel like if I win, like, hundreds of millions of dollars, I could probably bribe the guy to get the registration with, you know, a few $100,000. If it... You know, at that point, I'd probably just buy the decathlon off of him and then, you know, strip the registration off of that. Again, things that I've thought about in my delusions. Things that are never going to happen. Be nice if it did, but it's never going to happen.
Center US 1.
West Sheriff, calling Chicago Center, say again.
US Air 103, receive descending 3258.
US Air 103, Chicago Center, roger.
So we're climbing up to 330.
And Oceanic 1078, did you check on?
On our way to Pittsburgh International.
Oceanic 1078, did you check on?
We have full ATC, so if we look on VATSIM, you can see there's me. Just came out of Midway. Apparently I was the first departure out of Midway this evening. I'll take pleasure in that. We are going to be passing by South Bend here, up over by like Cleveland, and then down into Pittsburgh on the Jesse arrival.
Chicago Star 794 back.
And full ATC all the way.
794,
So,
welcome back.
beautiful thing. And then once we get to Pittsburgh, like I said, chat, we'll see where I'm at. We'll see if I have the energy and the enthusiasm to do another flight in the HondaJet. We might. We'll go somewhere that has ATC. I would love to go somewhere in my home ARTCC that currently has no air traffic control except for Kennedy Tower. So that might be out. If that's the case, you know, we might then go and do something maybe like Indy Center or DC Center, fly around in there if they're still on. So we'll take a look at that one once we land in Pittsburgh and kind of make a decision from there.
Chicago Center 126.87.
136.87, Charlie 5.
Yeah, so there is an actual event going on in Chicago Midway tonight, even though I departed out. When it comes to events that are not flying club events or that are more IFR related events, I typically tend to fly out more than I fly in because it can get pretty messy flying in sometimes to some of these bigger VATSIM events. It is a Monday night. I don't know how busy it is going to be for a Monday night event. It looks like it's actually going to be pretty busy, though. But I decided I was going to fly out of Midway, you know, get them right from the jump, get on out of here, and then kind of have, you know, free reign to do what I want thereafter, and that was kind of the idea. But that's why there's a lot of ATC on in the U.S. right now, is because of the event in Chicago Midway this evening.
Oceanic 1078, Chicago Center, roger. Cross 5th, get and maintain 1000, South Bend altimeter 3045.
I believe that is South Bend right there as we speak. I think that's the airport and the city. Obviously,
Fifth, get 11,000.
I think it's going to be a pretty lively evening in South Bend, Indiana, because Notre Dame is playing the Ohio State University tonight in the College Football National Championship game. So I think the real world South Bend, Indiana, which is where Notre Dame is, going to be pretty banging tonight.
United 6090, Chicago Center, roger.
OHIO. I think the national championship game is in Georgia. I think it's in Atlanta, Georgia. But obviously, there's going to be plenty of people in South Bend and Columbus, Ohio, that are going to be very much tuning into that game that I think is starting pretty soon.
Chicago Center, cross Boogie at and maintain flight level 24.
I do have it on my TV to my left here. I will be paying attention to it loosely. I don't really have a stake in either one because I didn't go to either college, obviously. But
November 417 Bravo Alpha, contact Southwood approach 118.55 seal.
20.55, North 747 Bravo.
Chicago Center, hello, Southwest 497, flight level 290.
Southwest 497, Chicago Center, roger.
yeah, so if you look at the VAT USA calendar light dasher, that's where you'll find whenever there are events. You should also consider joining the Virtual USA Flying Club if you are a VATSIM member and you enjoy general aviation flying. Then you'll want to join the Virtual USA Flying Club. We do 4 to 6 general aviation events every month on the VATSIM network, and have a good time doing all this GA stuff. We have an event tomorrow night, actually, into, 4 Romeo 9, which is Jeremiah Denton Airport. Just a small little strip right on the Gulf Coast here in Alabama. You know, naturally, for a Virtual USA Flying Club event, we decide, oh, we're going to fly into this, 4 Romeo 9, cute little strip down here in Gulf Coast during the winter, but usually it's warm down there, we don't have to worry about it. It's going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime snow event down there tomorrow during the event. Go freaking figure, every time we have a flying club event, the weather is garbage. But it should make for a very entertaining stream tomorrow night, because I do have every intention of streaming myself flying into that event tomorrow night, and it will be, or at least I will try to do real-world weather. We'll see how far that gets me doing that event, because that airport has no instrument approaches at all. So, you know, but, you know, naturally that's just how it goes. But it should be could be a very potentially entertaining stream tomorrow night. But it just seems like every time the Virtuous A Flying Club has an event, it's like 50% of the time the weather is absolutely horrendous. And this is like a once-in-a-lifetime snow cold event that they're having down there. The same exact time we're going to be doing this event. It just figures.
Southwest 18, contact Chicago Center 126.87.
126.87, thank you, I'll see you next time.
No, I'm not. Well, a couple few of them said hi, Sarah. No, that's it. Sarah's doing work back behind me. Don't pay attention to her, chat.
Oceanic 1078, clear to direct Fisk.
Direct Fisk, Oceanic 1078.
US Air 103, clear to direct Fisk. Cross Fisk at and maintain 1000, southbound altimeter 3045.
3045, direct Fisk, and 140,000.
US Air 103, Fisk at 11,000.
11,000.
Tobias said hi. Brett said hi.
That's not. I know, because I did something on stream I shouldn't have done.
I don't think anybody noticed. Apparently she did something behind me that we weren't supposed to see, chat. It's okay.
Oh, come on, Mike!
It's okay. It's okay. 32 for 33.
Cross Boogie at and maintain flight level 24, show.
Cross Poogie and maintain flight level 240, Southwest 497.
United 486, contact Chicago Center 126.87.
Gonna switch to Mach here. And once we get leveled off, we're gonna go to Mach. I think the fastest this airplane can do is like Mach 7.2.
486, contact Chicago.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Mach 7.2.
Sorry, could you repeat frequency?
Sure, 126.87.
Once we level off.
87, yeah.
Contact Chicago Center at 126.87, United 486.
Chicago Center, good evening, Southwest 1691, flight level 29.
And then we're gonna have a top of descent in like 18
Southwest
minutes anyway,
1691,
so we're not gonna be at
Chicago Center,
cruise for super long. Yep, 7.2 is as fast as she'll go.
And my speed is 0.79, I didn't reach my transition speed yet.
Roger.
VTEC time.
November 124, Mike Charlie, contact Cleveland Center 119.87, show.
1987 for HondaJet 124, Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today. Again, when I switch frequencies, chat, I do it the cheatsy doodle way by doing .com1 and then the frequency over on VPilot in case anybody was curious. Cleveland Center, good evening. HondaJet 124, Mike Charlie, flight level 330.
HondaJet 124, Mike Charlie, Cleveland Center, hello.
Hello.
And Southwest 931, we're able to get you 0.81. Southwest 931, appreciate that. Yeah,
Can't really
Midway
see the
needs a lot
airplane
of
much
space.
because it's dark out, but
Yeah, all good. Just trying to help.
it's there.
I appreciate you. Hey, Chicago
And that's-
United 1344.
I believe
flight level
that's
310.
Cleveland, the city of Cleveland.
United 1344, Cleveland
out in front
Center,
of us
hello.
there.
Say your Mach number.
Pretty sure that's the city of
78,
Cleveland
United 1344.
that we're looking at straight at. Is it Cleveland or is it
November
just...
124, Mike Charlie, reduced to Mach, actually, what's your Mach number?
We're doing Mach 7.1. That's probably about as fast as we're going to go for 4 Mike Charlie.
4 Mike Charlie, that's fine. I actually need to slow you down. You got faster traffic overtaking. Can you reduce to like 6.7?
Yeah, we can do Mach 6.7.
Thanks. Number 124, Mike Charlie. Do not exceed Mach. Let's do not exceed Mach 6, or just don't exceed Mach 7.0, please.
All right, we'll do not exceed Mach 7.0 for 4 Mike Charlie. Thanks. We had to slow down anyway because there's, I believe it's a United 737 that's going to overtake us, and he's obviously going to be way faster than us, chat. It's not even going to be a close competition. Should have taken the Civic at 7.0. We'll do Mach 0.69. That seems like an appropriate speed, right, chat? 6.9. Kinky. Giggity. That's actually Detroit, I think, and not Cleveland, by the way, off the front there. Cleveland's a little bit further along the lake there. Nice indeed, nice indeed. Actually, I realize... oh, I'm talking to myself, chat, sorry. Disregard. Disregard me, chat. Talk to myself. It happens sometimes. I do this sometimes.
United 1344, clear direct to Cutta. Direct Cutta, United 1344.
Yeah, so that's the city of Detroit that we're flying by here momentarily, with all the lights down there and all the snow on the ground. Occasionally would fly into that Detroit City Airport, which is KDET. That airport was right in the middle of the ghetto. That airport was sketchy as heck. Right in the middle of the ghetto. You know, the whole area had like metal bars all around. There were times when there were planes that were getting like shot at in that area. So it's kind of brutal, but closer to the city, I guess. That's why some of the people that had money decided to fly into there, I suppose. I mean, they got private drivers and things that would come up to the jet anyway, so it's not like they had to worry too much about the safety. It's okay to talk to yourself as long as you don't get an answer. I have no comment on that one. Yeah, that signature at the Detroit City Airport wasn't even that nice either. It was kind of ratty and just... It was not fun flying into that particular airport when I was doing the charter stuff, let's put it that way. Which I did end up flying in there a handful of times.
931, contact Chicago Center 134.87, good night.
Contact Chicago Center on which frequency again?
134.87.
Chicago 13487, Southwest 951. See you.
So looking at our flight plan again, the only altitude restriction is Cutta 10,000 feet, which is in there. We have our top of descent, looks like it's about 11 minutes out, according to our timer there. And then we're gonna request the ILS to 32 into Pittsburgh, since it is on the ATIS and an option, because that'll give us a much easier turn pretty much right into Atlantic Aviation there at Pittsburgh. And this flight's pretty quick, so I do think
Center, Frontier Flight 4367.
I do think it's going to be a two-parter. I think
Flight
we'll
4367, Cleveland Center, hello.
do a flight out of Pittsburgh once we're done with the once we land at Pittsburgh, get to Atlantic. We'll look at doing another flight out of Pittsburgh to somewhere. Haven't fully decided where that's going to be yet. We'll look on VATSIM and see where the ATC is at the time. Maybe we'll do something to you know, maybe we'll just go right back towards Chicago, but we won't go back to Midway. Maybe we'll go into like South Bend or something. So that might be the play. So we'll see once we land on the ground in Pittsburgh, though. For now, we can just take in the views as we fly pretty much right over the heart of the city of Detroit. Plenty of snow on the ground. Actually, you know what? Detroit is over to my left. This might be Toledo, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Looking at my maps here. This might be Toledo that we're flying over. Detroit's over yonder. So I might have been wrong all along. This might be Toledo. Anyways, at night they all just blend together. I'll let you figure that one out, Boozy, because I have no intention of running it back.
Unit 1344 at pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 240. Pilot's discretion, flight level 240, United 1344. Okay, November 124, Mike Charlie. Just check your altimeter setting. I show you about 500 low. It should be tuned to 92.
Yep, thank you for that, for Mike Charlie. Wow. Didn't even realize we forgot to set 29 or 9 or 2 for standard, chat. And none of you said anything.
Cleveland Center, Delta 5303, currently at 37,000, checking in, headed up to 39.
I missed it, and all of you guys who are my co-pilots missed it.
I want to also report some
So
mild turbulence.
we're all to blame here, chat. We're all to blame.
Did you say moderate turbulence at 37?
Yep, mild, yep, at 37,000.
Thanks for the report.
But I am mostly to blame. That's pretty dumb. I can't believe that I missed that. It just shows you how not serious I take it in the sim, because I save all the seriousness for when I'm actually flying. But yeah, that was pretty stupid. Not gonna lie. Surprised they didn't catch me on that sooner. There's actually a pretty good amount of arrivals going into Midway for a Monday night event. There's up to 79 going inbound. That's a lot. That's a good amount for a Monday night event, Chad. Chicago must have done a pretty good job of advertising the event, probably to Southwest Virtual Airlines, I bet. Well, even the Airbus doesn't set it automatically. So there's only, the automation only goes so far. That's just stupid on my part. But it's the sim, so in the end, it doesn't matter. Does look like the college football championship game is set to begin here. Again, it makes it seem like it actually would be kind of appropriate to then fly from Pittsburgh to South Bend, huh? Seeing as the Notre Dame is in the final this evening. Looks like we got about 5 minutes.
Center Gulfstream 100 Alpha Lima,
Till top of
total
descent.
of 430.
November 100 Alpha Lima, Cleveland Center, clear direct to Bagel.
Rick Bagel, 0 Fleet.
And it looks like it wants to target a vertical speed of 2,500 feet per minute. Damn.
Frontier Flight 4367, maintain Mach 78. Alright, Mach 78 for Frontier 4367.
Obviously, we're not going to descend, though, until he gives us clearance to do so. We should have plenty of spacing behind that 737, I imagine, at this point, though. They got to be going way faster than I am.
Hello, Cleveland Center. This is Delta 145 with you at flight level 250.
Delta 145, Cleveland Center, hello.
So this city that we're coming up on over here, which will be off our left, like right over here where you see those big lights, that would be the city of Cleveland. And then Pittsburgh is going to be pretty much straight out off our nose, like probably like right over here where this group of lights is. That's probably going to be closer to where Pittsburgh is. There were some nights when we were flying this route from Chicago Midway to Pittsburgh where you can make the Pittsburgh International Airport from quite a long distance, like 50 to 100 miles.
1344 is leaving
because the terminals at Pittsburgh almost kind of form like a giant X, the way they're designed with the lights. So it really is X marks the spot. I don't know how well that's going to show up in the sim. Hopefully when we get closer it'll show up pretty nicely so I can kind of show you what I'm describing. But you'd be able to see Pittsburgh International from a very long way out on a clear night when, you know, it's clear in a million.
Delta 145 is leaving the cockpit for a couple of minutes.
Delta 5303, say your altitude, show you at 408.
Yeah, currently at, I am at 401.
The fastest the HondaJet can go is like Mach 7273. That's not very fast. It's pretty slow when it comes to the altitudes.
My plane is jumping literally like like it has a feet.
Alright, Delta 5303, expedite down. You're in, you've got traffic 12 o'clock, 20 miles at flight level 430.
Expediting down Delta 5303.
Number 100 Alpha Lima, squawk 2562.
I don't know what that guy just said, but it sounded not very good for VATSIM. Oh, brother.
November 124, Mike Charlie, at pilot's discretion, send to maintain flight level 240.
Pilot's discretion 240 for November 124, Charlie. Just in time, the vertical track's coming.
Cross cut at 10,000, Pittsburgh altimeter 3042. Cross cut at 10,000, United 1344.
VNAV. 240 set, we'll let the VNAV take it.
November 100 Alpha Lima traffic at your 2 o'clock, 15 miles southbound, 1,000 above descending is a 321.
We'll be looking 0 Alpha Lima.
Yeah, VATSIMs from time to time. Looks like the national championship game just kicked off.
November 124 Mark Charlie, amend your altitude at pilot's discretion to maintain flight level 260.
260 for Mike Charlie.
Frontier flight 4367, reduced to Mach 77.
0.77, 4367.
Frontier flight 1617, you with me?
We're gonna go ahead and just hold 250 knots speed. Since we're gonna transition anyway.
Cleveland Center, Frontier flight 1617, 340.78.
Yeah, it can be tough on the VATSIM controllers from time to time dealing with the not so good pilots.
Frontier flight 1617, Cleveland Center, hello, reduced to Mach 77.
77, 1617.
Frontier flight 4367, for spacing, flying 60.
They broke up there. Is that 360 for 4367?
Affirm, flighting 360.
Alright, 360, 4367.
Frontier flight 1617, turn right, flighting 360.
360, Frontier flight 1617.
And Frontier flight 1617, just want to verify your altitude. Are you at 390? I show your altitude should be 340.
Yeah, I just noticed that myself. I think I might have, we're going back down to 340. I apologize.
A lot of VATSIM taking place right now. Oh boy.
November 124 Mike Charlie, cross Kata at 10,000, Pittsburgh altimeter 3042.
Cut at 10,000, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. All the way down to 10.
And Frontier flight 1617,
10,000.
at 360 when able, please.
VNAV will take it all the way down.
Turn it now, Frontier flight 1617.
Go ahead and declutter the map there. Still haven't decided for sure what we're gonna do after we get to
Frontier
Pittsburgh.
flight 4367, clear direct to Ashen.
Maybe we won't do South Bend, seeing as there's not a lot of good pilots going in that direction.
4367.
Maybe we'll go down and do something in the DC airspace or the Indy airspace. Take a look when we get down.
American 1315, Cleveland Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, American 1350.
Frontier flight 1617, clear direct to Ashen.
Ashen, Frontier flight 1617.
United 1344, contact Cleveland Center 125.42, good night. 2542, United 1344, good day. Delta 5303, contact Cleveland Center 125.42.
Yeah, we could do Burke Lakefront. That's not a bad idea. It'd be a short flight out of Pittsburgh, but that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, actually. Let me look that up. That is a flight that we also did quite a bit when I worked that charter job from Pittsburgh to Burke Lakefront. KBKL. That's actually pretty strong idea, Snowskier. I think we're gonna do that. I think you won me over with that
November
one.
124 Mike Charlie, contact Cleveland Center 125.42. Good night.
2542 for Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today.
Center Delta 5303 checking in at
I think that's a very good idea to do Burke Lakefront.
5303 Cleveland Center.
I don't think I have scenery for Burke though.
Well, was wondering if you had another altitude that you can give me. We've got some mild turbulence, consistent mild turbulence here at 39.
The 5303, I'm going to have a descent here for you in a little bit, so if you want to get that started, you can head down to like 35 or 37, whatever sounds better.
I'll head down to 35.
Air Delta 5303, 718 level 350.
Cleveland Center, November 89er Sierra at Buffalo, requesting IFR clearance to Washington National.
Rate 890, Cleveland Center, hello, expect DC.
One does exist though. I wonder if I have it. Well, so when I land in Pittsburgh, chat, we'll take a look, see if I have the scenery or not. If I don't, maybe I'll download it, reset the sim, and all that fun stuff. We'll take a look once we land. But we're gonna be coming through the transition here pretty soon. We're on the descent into Pittsburgh, so I'm gonna focus up on that.
Number 85 Foxtrot.
Since I've already made a few mistakes.
Newcastle via direct.
We're gonna focus up on the landing in Pittsburgh, and then I see you posted the damn link.
We'll get you in from there.
I'm aware.
Roger,
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Cleared to Newcastle via direct 5G, 85 Foxtrot.
5G makes more sense.
For what it's worth, it says that I've already downloaded. It says already downloaded.
Contact Cleveland Center 119.87.
Already downloaded. No update available. So it should have the scenery for this Burke Lakefront because it says I've already downloaded it, according to flightsim.to. So it sounds like I won't need to restart the sim. Sounds like I already have it. And it sounds like we'll do Pittsburgh to Burke Lakefront. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Oh my sweet lord. I could do that too. Everybody calm down, just calm down. Community folder, KBKL.
EZ22, cross Isthmus and maintain 17,000.
I don't think I ever checked in.
3034.
Sorry, say again?
EZ22.
I don't think I ever checked in with this guy, now that I'm thinking about it.
17,000, the Buffalo altimeter 3034.
Cross Eston at 17,000 feet, Boston altimeter 3034.
Center, good evening. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie is at a 15.6 to cross cut at 10,000.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, Cleveland Center, hello. Pittsburgh altimeter 3042.
3042, and if we could, we'd like to request the ILS at 32 this evening.
Roger, number 4 Mike Charlie, expect the ILS 32.
Expect ILS 32, thanks, 4 Mike Charlie. See, that's the thing, I just searched and I don't see the Burke. I don't see it in my, did I delete it? There's no way I deleted it, right? It's got to be under some kind of name.
And Cleveland 85 Fox, did you want us higher? Lowest before 5G is 3600.
We're 485 Foxtrot, let's see here. Sorry, what was your request again?
Did you want us to climb to 3,600, 85 Fox?
Yeah, that'd be great. Cross 5G at maintain 3,600.
Unless I deleted it for some reason.
Cleared for the Arnez, runway 5, report procedure, turn inbound.
No, it looks like this should be...
Climb and maintain 3,600, cross 5G at 3,600.
Looks like it's
We'll report a procedure turn inbound.
My
Cleared
Physical
on
World
FGPS
BKL.
5 in the Newcastle. Heads up, we would like to circle the land at 3-1.
Yep.
8-5 Fox.
85 Fox, roger.
So it's in there. I have it. I have it.
Newcastle's uncontrolled. You can let the CTF know.
We'll let them know, all right. 8-5 Fox.
Cleveland Center, American 2029 Heavy, flight level 340.
Alright, so we'll do
Cleveland Center. This is
Burke next.
145. With you at flight level 2.
It's just going to be Upper Tribe 4, 10,000 feet.
Level 145, Cleveland Center, hello. And who else is calling?
We'll do that next, but let me focus up
American 2829 Heavy,
on this,
flight level 340.
28.
the rest of this flight into
2829.
Pittsburgh here.
Your radar contact 50 northeast of the
ILS
Morgantown
32.
VOR, level 340, welcome.
East 22 to center. Was that flight level 17,000 or 1,007?
1007.
111.3, 111.3, course is going to be 325. Okay. 11 for 10. Level in a Cutta. Got the ILS 32 loaded up. It's crazy, I do still remember all the fixes. Gruns, Weiler, Trini. And the ILS 32. It's been a long time since I've flown into Pittsburgh. But still remember that pretty well. We used to, anytime they were offering 3.2, we would take it, obviously, since we were based out of that Atlantic Aviation. But, oh yeah, everybody calm down. I have scenery for Pittsburgh. We'll see if it works because it's new. I have the scenery for Burke, so we'll do Pittsburgh to Burke as the second leg.
ExitJet 238, turn 30 degrees to the right. 30 right, ExitJet 238.
Cleveland Center, Frontier Flight 429, flight level 340.
Looks like we have to go at least up to flight level 240. We might not be able to do that upper arrival, actually, because we're not going to be able to hold 280 knots either, looking at that chart, so we might not be able to do that. We're going to have to do something else. What about the tribe? And again, I'm looking ahead when I shouldn't be. I should be focused on the, oh, that is the, never mind. Might not be able to do arrival into Burke. Let me look. Let's look.
American 1315, clear direct to Watson.
Clear direct Watson, American 1350.
Might have to just be
ExitJet 238, clear direct to Ashen.
the Akron VOR and then direct. That might be what we file.
Ashen, ExitJet 238.
I've got the freeware KPIT, yes. You can see Pittsburgh right there, by the way.
Cleveland Center, Frontier Flight 429, flight level 340.
Right off the nose.
Frontier Flight 429, Cleveland Center, roger.
Southwest 126, checking in at flight level 28.
You know, and right after we hit Kirk, it's then going to take us to Progy,
Turn right heading 360, maintain Mach 7.
and then Pruitt, which is the one that goes for runway 32. So if you look right here, it's Kirk, and then Progy, and then Pruitt for running runway 32. So we're going to follow that.
And just confirm 380.
360 heading.
So we're good to go there. I once again forgot to set the altimeter going through the transition. God. Good God almighty. So I've been 400 feet high this whole time. Good Lord. We're going to have to perform a lot better on this leg from Pittsburgh to Burke. Anyways, there's the Pittsburgh Airport. Right there. The scenery does not do the X marks the spot justice for the real airport. The terminals look pretty unlit. If the terminals were lit up properly, in fact they should be, you would almost see that it's shaped like an X. But it's not, so minus a few points for the scenery. There's the city of Pittsburgh right there. That's where the three rivers meet, right where my mouse is. Point State Park, right at where the points meet.
November 100 Alpha Lima, contact the Chicago Center 134.87. Good night.
3487, 100 Alpha Lima, good night.
Pittsburgh is a great city, by the way. I enjoyed living there for the 2 years that I did. I miss it very much all the time. I always very much love and enjoy revisiting Pittsburgh. Great affinity to that city after living there.
Southwest 126, thanks for the help. Clear direct to Ashen.
Go direct to Ash for Southwest 126, no problem.
A descent would be nice soon. There you can see the city of Pittsburgh starting to populate in here into the sim. Beautiful city. Very, very, very beautiful city. A while. I don't know. At least another hour.
United 2640 Cleveland Center, roger, let me know back.
Let's get my heading ready because this is a heading on 146 off of the fix here. Off of Pruitt.
Frontier Flight 4367, cross Ashen at flight level 300.
Ashen at 300, Frontier 4367.
I feel like we should get a descent here pretty soon. You have lower for 4 Mike Charlie?
Sorry, was someone calling Cleveland?
Yeah, November 124 Mike Charlie. You have lower?
24 Mike Charlie, you should be on 2542. I sent you over a while ago.
Roger. Thought I switched over. Must have switched back. No, Center, I think we lost your frequency. November 124, my Charlie back with you at 10,000.
For my Charlie, I was wondering where you were. Send to maintain 4,000.
4,000 for my Charlie. I don't remember switching the frequency, chat. That one's got me a little confuzzled.
Number 89 Sierra. Climber heading runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff runway 23.
Now that straight up, I don't remember switching the frequency, because I always use this to switch the frequency, and you can see I have set to 125.42 at, you know, 0053, and then I have it set again just now. I don't know where, I don't know how it switched back to the other frequency. I didn't switch it, so I don't know. Chalk that up to a glitch, I guess. That one we can't blame on me, chat.
For Mike Charlie, turn right heading 28900.
2900 for Mike Charlie.
And Cleveland 85 Fox, procedure turn inbound.
Number 85 Foxtrot, no traffic observed between you and Newcastle, and are you planning full stop this time?
Negative, we're planning on running mist again and going to Beaver 85 Fox.
Roger, number 85 Fox. Again, no traffic reported between you and Newcastle. Report the misapproach on this frequency.
I am monitoring guard. They were never calling me on guard.
We'll report mist 85 Fox.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna just have to chalk that one up as a glitch because that one's not on me, Chad. I did not switch the frequencies. I have the receipts right here. So we're gonna chalk that up as to a glitch, and we're gonna move on with our lives. I do need to activate the approach phase.
Number 124 Mike Charlie, you are 4 miles from Gruns, maintain 4,000 till established, cleared for the ILS 32 approach.
Oh, main 4,000 till established, cleared ILS runway 32 for Mike Charlie.
Number 4 Mike Charlie, runway 32, clear to land.
32 clear to land for Mike Charlie. See, now why is the approach not picking up the way it should? The frequency's correct. There we go. Okay.
At 1344, welcome to Pittsburgh. Next ramp, the
heading,
Bravo
approach is armed.
And your choice of Charlie entries to the ramp.
Okay, thanks, Bravo. We'll take Charlie 4. You have a good night, United 1344.
Yep.
Center, Delta 5303, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss you. I didn't step away, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss a statement you said to me directly.
Anyways, localizer's captured.
5303, my apologies.
Not picking up the glide yet, but we're
Center,
still
133.72.
Good distance out now since we were late with the descent since I glitched off to the wrong frequency.
223, contact Boston Center on 134.7. Yep.
1347, Air Canada 223, thanks.
We're definitely going to reset the airplane once we land. We'll go back to like the main menu, reset the plane, and do all that. Just because there's some weird glitch that happened there. It'll give me time to redo the flight plan going to Burke Lakefront and kind of settle things down with the way things have been going to start this one.
Great, Niner Sierra. You able to Papa Sierra Bravo transition for the Skills 5 arrival?
Affirmative.
No glide slope yet.
Alright, understeer your radar contact 6,000, climb maintain level 190, and you're cleared to Reagan via direct.
There's a glide slope, okay.
Papa Sierra Bravo, join the Skills 5 arrival.
Okay.
Just in time,
Level
glide slope.
190 and direct to Papa Sierra Bravo on the Skills 5 arrival.
I've never really had much issue with it before, but I definitely did not, and you guys saw the receipts because I always use that to change the frequencies. I definitely did not mess around with the frequencies there, so it is what it is. I should probably also, though, before I forget, do the landing speeds, get those on. They're 113 and 108. Yeah, that was a weird one, chat, because I don't think I switched frequencies unless I hit something by accident. But you can see it's on final for 3-2. All is well that ends well. Just turned into a little bit of a longer final, that's all. If you guys want to make a landing rate guess, you can do so now. Volanta's tracking me, so we'll go off of what Volanta says. If you want to put a positive or negative number in the chat, what you think my landing rate's going to be, you don't need an exclamation point predict because I don't use any of those bots. Just pull it right from Volanta. See if I remember how to land this HondaJet on top of everything else that I've been screwing up so far in this flight. We are clear to land, so we got that going for us. Of course, Kenny Monster says he does his exclamation point predict, even though he doesn't need to do exclamation point predict because he's Kenny Monster and he's set in his ways. Laps 1. I guess in this plane it would be flaps approach, and then their next flap would be flap landing. It's definitely not an Airbus. Anyways, clear to approach, clear to land. We're back where we need to be. All the problems have been solved and calmed down. And then when we land, it's going to be a pretty easy taxi since we're just going into Atlantic. Landing on 3-2, we just need to pretty much exit to the right off of like November 2 and November 3, and it takes us straight into Atlantic Aviation. Alright, let's go ahead and slow down to our final approach speed. All the way down to 113 knots. Gear down. Flaps landing. We are clear to land.
2,000.
A little bit of crab to the left, 21 knot wind off the left front. Nothing crazy. Guess we can hand fly it from here, right?
1 autopilot.
Take the auto thrust off. See if I can get a good landing after all the other nonsense. Last chance to get a landing rate guessing.
Cleveland Center, good evening, JetBlue 604, flight level 350, 40 miles northwest of the Rochester Airport.
400.
Lesser Foxy.
400. 400.
And the altitude below us is varying. It keeps reading off the 400 because of the change in the terrain there.
Flight level 350, about 40 miles northwest of the Rochester Airport.
200.
JetBlue 604, Cleveland Center.
Got the guard base there where they had a KC-135s off the left front.
200.
I think their call sign was Steel, which is appropriate for Pittsburgh.
100.
Drifting here a little bit.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
At least the landing was good.
American 2829, contact Indy Center 135.57.
135.57 for American 2829.
We're gonna roll it out right to November 3.
Yep.
This is Delta 145. Do you know the weather? What the weather is like at Boston?
So at 145, unfortunately, I do not know what the weather is like in Boston, but Boston approach should let you know that. If Boston's approach isn't on, then it would be Boston Center.
There appears to be some construction at November 3 in this scenery that I was unaware of, so that's unfortunate. So we're going to go to the end of the runway, I guess, then.
Oh, okay. I must be pretty close to Boston then.
Yep, I'm keeping you through New York. Since New York's offline, then I'll hand you to them.
Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
Cleveland Center, Southwest 2666 is with US flight level 350.
Now let's go park right here at Atlantic.
2666, Cleveland Center, hello, welcome.
4 Mike Charlie's clear at 32 to Atlantic here.
4 Mike Charlie, straight into Atlantic, have a good night.
I'll talk to you in a bit. We're going to get reset here and try and fly up.
Sounds good.
Gonna be honest, that was a little bit of a cluster chat, but we got it done. Completed the mission. Let's see what our landing rate was. It had to have been good. It felt like it was good.
This is a Delta.
I'm gonna disconnect from VATSIM real quick here, chat. I want you guys to look at what Volanta says my landing rate was. That rounds up to 1 foot per minute. One foot per minute. That, let me make sure I'm seeing this right. Minus 1 foot per minute. 0.98 Gs. I need to screenshot. I need to... I need to save this one.
Come fly with me, let's fly.
We're gonna go ahead and save that one. That one's going in the record books. I'm gonna use Kenny Monster's Discord DMs that I have with him as the place to put that. Mushman 1996, Thomas Z35, thank you for the follows, I appreciate it. That, we're gonna look at this free scenery of Pittsburgh here in just a second, chat, but, damn. I gotta share that one. Gotta share that one everywhere. I'm sharing that in the Flying Club Discord, in the NYAirTCC Discord. I'm sharing that everywhere. That one's being displayed for the masses. Tomas, thanks for coming in today. I am doing well. How are you? We just landed the HondaJet in Pittsburgh. We're gonna reset here, fly out of Pittsburgh now, and go to Burke Lakefront. Once I get that sorted out. I am disconnected from VATSIM. Very good, very good. We just had a very good landing. In Pittsburgh. Watching from Portugal, it's got to be pretty late at night over there. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. So we're going to reset this now. Keep the same livery, it's not going to matter because it's dark out anyway. We'll regroup. Park here, I suppose. Take a look. I am going to take a look at this Pittsburgh scenery here in just a second. Let me get this. I wanted to restart the plane because we did have the glitch with the frequency that I wanted to make sure it gets sorted out. So bear with me while I get reset for this flight that we're about to do to Burke Lakefront here, chat. Just give me few minutes here. Give me a few minutes. Okay, BKL. We're gonna go at 10,000 feet. ACO. Everything else is the same. New flight plan filed. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this freeware scenery real quick, and then we'll get set up for this next flight. Again, this is off of the flightsim.to website. Does a pretty good job of depicting the Atlantic FBO here. You had whatever, I guess, construction was going on here that I'm not familiar with because I haven't flown into the airport in God knows how long. But you got the guard base over here, and then the terminal. And you see, look, it's lit. It wasn't showing when I was in the air for whatever reason, but now you can see what I meant earlier by the X marks the spot with the terminal, because X marks the spot. That's why it's so easy to see when it's clear and million at night. You can find the airport pretty easily just by finding the X right there. So I don't know why that wasn't lit up before, but obviously lit up now, so there you go. Got to prove my point. And like I said, we'll regroup here and get ready for a flight to Burke Lakefront in our HondaJet. Man, I cannot believe that landing was that good. It's mind-blowing stuff there. Oh, looks like the national championship game's tied 7-7 between the Buckeyes and the Irish. Alright, let's go back into the cockpit. Do have the flight plan refiled. Going to KBKL. I do need to reconnect to the network. .125.42 is the frequency we want to be on. We'll get there when we get the airplane started. Give you guys the outside view while I'm doing all the off-screen stuff here. Give me a moment, chat. I do apologize. Let's see. Alright, we're going Pittsburgh to Burke via the Akron VOR, 10,000 feet. It's probably a tech route. It's going to be with the center anyway. That's all good. Alright, let's see. Let me see what the fuel we got. We're going to need to take on a little bit more gasolina, which is fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the thing fired up, and then we'll talk to ATC once the engines are running, just so I don't have to have the GPU plugged in. We'll just use our own little power. Good. We do have to initialize again. Utilities, initialize, reset, test the systems. Let's get this going here. All right. That's done. Just get sync from the sim. That's all done. Get from sim. All on. That's all done. Accept. Alright, we're going to go KPIT to... That's... KPIT to KBKL. There we go. That's more better. Alright, so we're good here. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. And then we'll talk to ATC. Actually, I can give him a call now. Cleveland Center, HondaJet 124, Mike Charlie. Got on the ground at Pittsburgh, clearance to Burke Lakefront.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, expect DC.
Sounds like he's going to give us PDC. That simplifies it for him. There it is. Alright, so there we are. HondaJet departure, Pittsburgh, Burke. It's going to be as filed 10,000-5266. Pit 5, maintain 5,000. And everything's with him. Alright. So we'll set 5 Gs here. We'll look at the Pit 5 real quick. If I remember correctly, it's just whatever the tower assigned heading is. You don't make the turn until I think like you're 1,200 feet above the ground. Let me look at this. Just to Pittsburgh 5. Yep. So runway heading actually. Off of we're gonna ask for 3-2 again since we're right there. Climb heading 325 until leaving 1700 thence. Make no turns except as assigned by ATC or Vector 2 assigned fixed. Jets maintain 5,000. Okay, there you go. So we'll ask for only 3-2. Actually, yeah, we'll ask for only 3-2. Should do some formation flying in the HondaJet. I don't know if I'm not much of a formation flying kind of guy, especially in a jet. But, I mean, you're welcome to fly along with me if you want. That is always an option. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we just have to add the en route waypoint of Akron. And then it goes direct to Burke. We don't know what runway we're going to have yet at Burke. I guess we could cheat. You can see it looks like it's going to be ILS 24 right. So we can go ahead and I'm going to put ILS to 24 right. Look at that, load. Good. Excellent. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And Cleveland, Bonanza 85 Fox, proceed to turn inbound for your R28.
For Bonanza 485 Foxtrot, runway
Alright.
28 Cleveland.
Clear to land.
Just like that, we're pretty much ready to go right from that. It's pretty easy to see if this airplane's set up. So let's go ahead and we'll grab the, I don't think there's an ATIS for Pittsburgh here. Yeah, I don't see any ATIS for Pittsburgh. We'll ask for 3-2 for departure.
Climbing to 36,000.
505 Cleveland Center, hello, welcome.
Parking brake released. And center, HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie. We're ready to taxi if we can get runway 32 at Pittsburgh.
For 124 Mike Charlie, you want full length, or are you okay with an intersection?
Full length for 3-2 since we should be, oh, you know what? The 3-2 is not 1-4. Never mind, we'll take 2-8 right. I don't know what I was thinking there.
Right, 2-8 right taxi via November Bravo.
2-8 right November Bravo for HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. 1-4 would be the departure closer to the FBO. We landed on 3-2.
Cleveland Center, hello, Southwest 1551 at flight level 350. Direct contact.
I'm having a rough one here tonight,
So
chat.
1551 Cleveland Center, hello, welcome.
Having a rough one here.
Southwest 1551, can I get permission to leave the flight deck for 5 to 10 minutes?
Sure, just report back.
Wilco.
That's right. If they're departing the 10s and 1-4, it's easier for us to take 1-4 out of Atlantic, obviously, because that's where the end of runway is. We land 3-2 because that takes us right off the landing. It's all coming back to me now. Brain's a little slow tonight, but we're getting there. We're getting there, Chad, I swear. And we're on our way to Burke.
Cleveland Center, Vertigiven. Returns at 345, will fly level 15,000, climbing 230.
And then there's a little bit of scenery bumpage going up this hill, and it is a pretty, actually, significant hill that you have to go up here on the way to runway 28 right from Atlantic. And there's a little bit of bumps and stuff in the scenery, as you can tell from that. This takes us right to the end of the runway here. It's going to be the slight right turn on Bravo once we get up the hill to the end of the runway. Yep, pretty much right here. Straight on as you can be.
Center, good evening, United 267, flight level 360 from the east.
United 267, Cleveland Center, hello, welcome.
Alright. We're going to try to do better on this leg. A little bit shorter. Going to Burke. See how we do.
Clipper 313, Cleveland Center, hello, welcome. United 2640, cross Bucko out of maintain level 310.
Cross Bucko out, maintain level 310, United 2640.
Number 89 Sierra, contact Washington Center 133.72, see ya.
Over to 133.72, thanks, have a good night.
See ya.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie ready, 2-8 right.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, flighting 360 on departure, runway 28 right, cliff takeoff.
360 heading on departure, 28 right, clear for takeoff. HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. 360, we don't want to turn until we hit 1,700 feet per the departure. And let's try and do better this time, huh? V1, rotate. Much better takeoff than before. Positive rate, gear up. $1,700, so I'll go ahead, autopilot on. We'll start the turn. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie 2,700 climbing 5,000.
HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie, you're ready to contact. Climb maintain. Climb maintain 4,000.
I'm sorry, you said climb 4,000?
No, that's just what I was seeing your flight plan. Hold on.
Initial altitude was 5. You want us to do 4? I think we're filed for 10,000.
I just clicked on the wrong guy. Yep, climb maintain 10,000. And, hold on. You are cleared direct to, Akron.
Alright, direct Akron 10,000, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, thanks. Alright, 10,000.
Contact Boston Center,
Akron, direct, activate, nav.
See ya.
See ya.
We're moving. We definitely aren't going to need to climb this fast, so we're going to do vertical speed. We'll hold 250 knots. For now, we'll speed up once we get to 10. Not gonna be able to do more than 270 knots anyway, indicated on this thing. We'll wave goodbye to Pittsburgh. Goodbye, Pittsburgh. I miss you very much, Pittsburgh. I always very much enjoyed living there for the 2 years that I did. Great city. For anyone that's never been there before, it is a great city. $9,000 for 10,000. Let's go ahead and slow our climb even further, do 1,000 feet a minute. Level off at 10.
November 327 Zulu, this is Palmer Tower on guard. If you hear this transmission, please acknowledge on 125.0. Again, this is number 3270 Zulu, Palmer Tower on guard. If you hear this transmission,
so 10,000 feet, now we can speed up. We'll
125.0.
do the maximum this thing can give us is the 270 knots. And we'll, for safety, we'll do 268 since 270 is the actual max.
3270 Zulu.
I hear a 3270 Zulu. Alright, so we're back now on our way to Burke. 10,000 feet, we're cruising. Everything is good and dandy. Try and do better this time. Not a super long flight. We'll go look at the Burke Lakefront Airport here. Let's see, Burke Lakefront. It's got a 24 left, 24 right. They're doing ILS 24 right, which is the bigger runway, so we'll do that. Probably exit at Bravo, cross right into the signature that is there. Pretty straightforward. If we look at the ILS to runway 24 right real quick, it's also pretty straightforward. Toby 2400 goes down to 916. 109.75, course 245. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing really crazy going on there. Ah, nice landing, Kitty Monster. Yeah, I don't know how I pulled off what I did in the landing in Pittsburgh. I really don't, chat. That's remarkable.
One 2-4 Mike Charlie, contact Cleveland approach 124.0, see ya.
24-0 for Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today. Sorry about before with the frequency.
Oh, no problem. You made up for it by descending really quick.
Have a good night.
You too.
What is the ATIS at Burke? It is ATIS Romeo. Cleveland approach, good evening. HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie 10,000 with Romeo.
HondaJet November 124 Mike Charlie Cleveland approach. Thank you for Romeo. You can expect the ILS 24 right approach.
ILS 24 right, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Yeah, that was going to be a tough one for you to beat there, Kenny Monster. That's,
Air Wings 147 radar contact.
Don't know how that was physically possible, what I did, but I did it.
147. Air Wings 147 climb and maintain 14,000 when able. Left turn direct to LeBron.
14,000, left turn direct to LeBron. Air Wings 147.
Yeah, your landing in Midway is pretty good. Nothing to worry about there at all, buddy. Sarah looks stoked about returning to school tomorrow. Looks just like me. Eric Flight, who's also a teacher, feels your pain right now. She can't even hear me. She's got her earbuds in. She can't hear me at all. But yeah, she's getting all prepped up and ready to go back to work tomorrow, Eric Flight, just like you are. Thanks for coming in today, buddy. I'm going to talk about two things real quick while we're in cruise before we start getting vectors here in a Burke. Again, unfortunately, my dog Delilah passed away recently, if you didn't hear from earlier in the stream. I am doing a fundraiser to donate to the Sullivan County SPCA, which is where we had gotten her from all 13 years ago. So if you are able to spare a few dollars to donate in memory of Delilah, I would certainly appreciate that. And if you can, I understand. But I would rather you donate to the SPCA than giving me bits or anything like that this evening. And then also, of course, we'll talk about the Virtuous Safe Flying Club, General Aviation Flying Club on the VATSIM network. So if you are a VATSIM member and you enjoy general aviation flying, we'd love to have you join the Virtuous Safe Flying Club. The link to the Discord is there. We do have an event tomorrow night. That is into 4 Romeo 9, which is Denton, Jeremiah Denton Airport, which is just this little strip here that you can see in the image. It's a little strip here right on like the Gulf Coast. Of course, naturally, for a Virtuous A Flying Club event, the weather is going to be absolutely horrendous. It's going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime snow event down there on the Gulf Coast of Alabama. Go figure, while we're doing this event. But we would love to have you join us for that event tomorrow night. And I do plan on streaming. I do plan on doing real-world weather to start that stream. We'll see if that is feasible, though. It could be entertaining. There is no instrument approaches into that airport, so we need some kind of visibility to land. If we can scud run it, we'll scud run it. But if we are not able to scud run it, then we'll have to, you know, unfortunately do the thing where we
147, contact Cleveland
manually
119.87. Good day.
manually adjust the sim weather for the sake of the event. So running check disc right now to see if I can get there. Oh, I hope it works. I hope it works. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be interesting. In terms of that event, you know, I'm going to try it real weather, see if it's going to be even possible to do a scud run there. But if not, you know, we'll adjust the sim weather accordingly to make the event happen tomorrow night. So that should be an entertaining one tomorrow night. See you guys right at about the same time. I started tonight about 7 o'clock Eastern is when I'll run up the stream tomorrow night. The event goes from 7 to 10, I believe.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, depart the Akron VOR, heading 360 to set and maintain 8,000 at Akron.
Alright, at Akron heading 360 and at Akron 8,000. HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, 360 and 8,000. Both of those things need to happen at Akron. Which we're going to be at Akron in about 2 minutes. Made it over Lake Tahoe today, and then, oh man, new computer build to fix. Yeah, I hear you, man. I could certainly use a new computer too, but that ain't going to be in the cards for a while. You know, Sarah and I are saving up for the wedding and for their house after that. And this computer is going to have to go the distance for me, hopefully. VATATC, thanks for coming in today. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for providing the ATC services this evening. We're in the trusty HondaJet. Not much to see of it, really, because it's nighttime, but it's there. You get the idea. What? I wasn't talking to you. VATATC is a quite appropriate Twitch name. It's still a much smaller niche than you would think on Twitch here. Alright, so we'll go heading. We're going to reduce our speed. And then we'll do vertical speed down to 8,000. And since we are now going to get vectors, we can go ahead and activate vectors to final for the approach. 9,000 for 8,000. Surprised you aren't a little bit busier at Cleveland right now with the event to Chicago Midway. Figured you would get more departures going that direction. Although, for what it's worth, they are pretty busy over at Chicago Midway. They're a pretty busy event. But I'm surprised you don't have more traffic, residual or otherwise, going into Cleveland tonight. Looks like you do have our good buddy Snow Skier just departed out of Latrobe going into Burke Lakefront, so you'll get to speak to him at some point. He's in a 414. Defiant Prawn, thanks for coming in today. Seems like everybody followed XP72 or wanted to talk to you, Jeff. Oh, so was XP72 doing a flight into Midway tonight? That would certainly explain a lot. He does tend to draw a crowd with him whenever he does any flights on the network. Yeah, and Jeff is controlling St. Louis ground. Okay. Yeah, when XP72 flies, he tends to draw in a crowd. I've controlled different fly-ins that he's done into the NYA or TCC area, and they can be pretty popular. Oh yeah, look at that. St. Louis has got 18 departures. Probably the Jeff Favignano effect. Probably just butchered his last name, but that probably is the Jeff effect for the departures out of St. Louis this evening. Will we simulate closing of Houston Intercontinental and Houston Hobby tomorrow? No, we're not. Listen, it figures that we're doing a flying club event when there's a once-in-a-lifetime event, snow event going on. It's unbelievable, really, but also quite believable at the same time with the luck that we've had. That's the case. But no, we're gonna, you know, like I said, I do plan on doing real weather if possible, Defiant Prawn, when I stream tomorrow. We'll see how that plays out, but you know. Otherwise, if we have to adjust the sim weather, we'll adjust the sim weather.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, turn 20 degrees left, descend and maintain 6,000.
20 left, 6,000, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, 20 left, 6,000, I'll get the altitude going. And 20 left. If it's shut down, does that turn to Class Bravo into Class Echo airspace? No, it's still Class Bravo. Even though the airport's going to be closed, I do believe the tower... Oh, I don't know. The tower might not be staffed tomorrow with what's going on. If the tower's still staffed, even though the airport is listed as closed, then it's still technically Class Bravo. But if the tower's not staffed, I don't know. I don't think it's anything because the airport's supposed to be closed. It's a good question that I don't know the answer to be honest with you. Anyways, we're trucking along here, getting ready for the ILS 24 right into Burke. Just waiting for some more instructions. We're on a 340 heading and at 6,000 feet right now. And we're getting pretty close, so I'm going to start reducing my speed here a little bit.
4 Mike Charlie, descend and maintain 4,000, turn left heading 310.
310 heading 4,000, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, 310 heading 4,000. I guess I really don't need to slow down that much yet. Still got some time here. Turning it into a TFR maybe. I don't think they do that either, Defiant Prawn.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, my apologies. Make that 2,400. Descend and maintain 2,400.
2,400 for Mike Charlie. Alright, we will slow down here. We're going to be coming in hot.
And HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie, you're 4 miles from Boggy. Turn left heading 270. Maintain 2,400 till established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 248 approach.
Alright, 270 heading 2,400 till established. Cleared ILS 24 right, HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie. Got the Loke. We'll catch the glide slope, no problem. Slow down a little bit more here. There's the field in sight at our 12 o'clock. And right along downtown Cleveland on the waterfront there. Flaps 01, or I should say flaps approach. See, I still got the Airbus stuff all in my head. Landing rate guesses, once again, chat, positive or negative number into the chat. You do not need the exclamation point predict. My last landing was literally -1. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off again. So go ahead and put a number into the chat, though, what you think it's going to be. I really doubt I'm going to be able to pull off -1 again. That was unbelievable. But everyone is feeling like I'm going to be able to pull it off again, I guess. I never did say who had the winner of the last one. I guess technically Snowskier won the last one because 123 is the closest to 1. Oh, and I almost once again forgot to put the landing speeds in, so let's do that. And that 116.
Burke Lakefront information, Sierra, now current, altimeter 3049er.
3049. The sim says 3046. We'll go with whatever the sim says because it's whatever the sim live weather gives me. You got all the back stuff there. Yeah, that was unbelievable. Again, we got the field in sight. I'm going to get this thing slowed up here in just a second once we get closer to the final approach fix.
HondaJet 4 Mike Charlie Burke winds 210 at 13, runway 24 right to clear to land.
24 right, clear to land, 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, we'll go ahead and start slowing down to the final approach speed, which was 116. Gear down.
Charlie 1542, Cleveland departure. Say your request again. Low quiet.
Flaps landing.
Cleveland approach. This is Charlie 1542.
There's the glide.
Departure to runway.
Captured.
Right.
Runway very much in sight.
Charlie 1542, are you trying to do pattern here at Berkeley?
I will try.
Turn the autopilot off. We'll turn the auto thrust off. Do it by hand. Beautiful night here up in the Cleveland area.
Charlie 1542, you're
cold as hell
Cleveland
though.
Class Bravo airspace, squawk 5252.
It's cold as hell almost everywhere, honestly.
5252. Can you say again, please?
Charlie 1542, not a problem. Squawk 5252. 5252.
So 5257 is Charlie 154.
1,000.
1,000. She sounds so enthusiastic about it. We're clear to land on 24 right. Gear down, flaps good.
Charlie 1542, thank you. And runway 24 right and runway 24 left are the current active runways. And runway 24 left, you can taxi via Gulf and Echo. Runway 24 left, taxi via Gulf, Echo.
24 left.
Well, VAT ATC, you're going to have fun with that, gentleman. He seems a little on new. Buckeyes are winning 20-7. It looks like they just scored another touchdown. It looks like it's going to be 21-7 here momentarily.
500. $400.
Last call on the landing rates. There's no chance I'm going to be able to do -1 again, right? There's no chance. Let's see. Maybe I can, chat. Who knows?
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10. 5.
I don't know, that one was still pretty good too. This airplane is pretty easy to land in the sim. I didn't really float for that long, Kenny Monster. I really didn't.
Charlie 1542, runway 24 left, line up and wait.
minus 1 at runway 24 left, Charlie 154.
Alright, we gotta hold short of 24 left here. It's a very tight little space to exit 24 right and then hold short of 24
Charlie,
left.
cross runway 24 left and Bravo Golf to parking. Good night.
Cross 24 left, Bravo Golf parking, HondaJet 124 Mike Charlie. Thanks for coming in today. We're just gonna go straight ahead into signature here. Which we do have the scenery, as we can tell, and it is a very nicely modeled scenery. The signature looks quite realistic from what I remember it looking like back in the day when I used to fly in here. The hangar's open. We could park in the hangar, but we're not going to.
Charlie 1542.
We're just going to go and get some princess parking, though. Go right up to the door.
Close traffic for runway 24 right. Runway 24 left. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 24 left, clear for takeoff. Charlie 154.
He's got to confirm that he's
right
downwind.
24
right. Yeah, there. I don't really feel like listening to that because that's frustrating me already. I can only imagine what VATSIM is going through right now. This is the scenery for on Flight Sim 2. It's a free scenery on flightsim.to for Burke Lakefront, I believe. What was the landing rate? What was the landing rate? Yeah, I had a feeling there was no way I was going to be able to pull off -1 again, but that's still pretty good. -38.96. Still pretty good. But definitely not -1, but, you know, 2 for 2 on good landings there. Who was the closest this time? You all guessed some really low numbers. What is closer to 38? -5 is the closest to 38. -89 is a little bit further away. So yeah, MacFly is definitely the closest. See me do that in A320? Probably not in the sim. Probably not in real life either, to be honest. But a couple of pretty good landings here for sure. We'll go ahead and turn the plane right off. Again, you can even see a little bit inside of this signature. And it kind of looks pretty close to what it looked like in real life when you walk through the door here. You've got the, it'll open up right into this big lobby. Someone, obviously, whoever made this is very familiar with the inside of this FBO because they went right in and, made it look pretty much. And then there's a couple. You go back here and there's a little bit more. There's like some private and other rooms that go on in there that aren't modeled, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward to what it is when you walk right through the door initially there. So kudos to whoever designed the scenery. They went, as they would say, above and beyond. When it comes to freeware modeling the inside of the scenery there and all that's pretty incredible, actually. And then you have just like whatever little terminal building over here as well. That oh, it's like a little look at this. They got this whole thing in here. Wow. Very high level of detail for a freeware scenery. I never went into this part of the airport. I didn't even know this existed. Cause I was always just in signature chat. I never went into this part of the airport. Beyond this point, scenery is not complete. That's funny. Zone aviation. Okay, so this is just all like the different probably like flight schools and other little whatever in like this main little terminal area here. But that's pretty impressive for a little freeware scenery. History of aviation. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, chat. Good on whoever made this, and it's free as well. But definitely someone who knows this airport and has some kind of admiration for this airport to have gone into that much significant detail. Got the other signature hangar there. Welcome to Cleveland. So kudos to them. Even I've had this scenery for God knows how long, and I never even noticed any of that. I was never in that other building either for whenever I was there in real life too. When I flew charter in the beach jet, it was always just in the signature. And then of course spent some time in downtown, which this area of downtown is quite nice. Right along the water here in Cleveland. This is where like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. You got the football stadiums out over here. Yeah, here's the Rock and Roll, or I'm sorry, this is the Science Center. Where's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I think it might be over this way. Anyway, somewhere over yonder is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You got the Space Center, or Science Center, excuse me. You got the football stadium. This part of Cleveland downtown is nice. When you get closer to like the basketball stadium and the baseball stadium, that's where you start getting a little bit closer to where it's not as nice. But right along the water is pretty nice. I had some pretty solid overnights in downtown Cleveland going into Burke Lakefront when I used to do that charter gig. So there you go. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for me tonight in terms of streaming. I appreciate you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Again, thank you for, you know, letting me, hey, Melvin Leroy, thanks for coming in today. For all those who have been with me for a while and obviously knew about Delilah, got to see her sometimes on stream when I used to live with my parents. I used to, you know, she always used to lay next to me off to my left here. On her little doggy bed because she used to sleep in my room when I used to live at my parents' house. And a lot of times I would be able to put the webcam and show her laying next to me while I was doing these streams. So, like I said, I know there's a good amount in here of you that got to know that, saw her through the stream, talked about her a lot. It's been a tough week. But yeah, I am doing the fundraiser for the local SPCA that we adopted her from in Sullivan County. If you can spare a few bucks, great. If not, I understand. Also, again, tomorrow there is a Virtually Safe Flying Club event. I will be streaming again tomorrow night for that event. The weather is going to be unbelievable, but we'll figure that out as the time comes. If you're a VATSIM member and you enjoy GA flying, join the Virtually Safe Flying Club. Boozy Sheep's in there. Melvin Leroy's in there. Good Fixin's in there. M. Stein is in there, plenty of Defiant Prawns in there. So yeah, if you're a VATSIM member and you enjoy general aviation flying, you're going to want to join the Virtue Safe Flying Club. We'd love to have more members. We've got the event tomorrow night. And on that, I will see you guys tomorrow night, unless I decide at the last minute I don't want to stream. It's possible. I've said that before. But otherwise, most likely, I'll see you guys for a stream tomorrow night. Thanks for coming in today. Let's see who we can raid. Let's get that going. Let's see. Who is streaming tonight that is worthy of some action? Let's see. You know, Downwind Sim is streaming, and he doesn't stream a whole heck of a lot anymore. But, let's see. Looks like he's doing some scenery stuff. We'll get you guys to people that are flying. I'll worry about my resubscription to him later. So next on the list we've got Slant Alpha Adventures is doing some flying tonight. Let's go raid Slant Alpha. We love Rob Sherman Jr. here. Slant Alpha Adventures looks like he's flying the Comanche. He's doing his River Run series. So yeah, I gotta resubscribe to him too. Plenty of that going around. Alright, cool. So we go ahead and raid Slant Alpha, and I will most likely see you guys tomorrow evening for the Virtuous Safe Flying Club event. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe. See you next time.
194.
Short runway 17.